The task number one is asking us to manipulate the form submission by designing this specific form here and manipulate the submission of the values from here to an PHP, let's say, controller, something like that. So let's start by designing this interface here immediately. What I'm gonna do here immediately, I'm gonna use the online. You keep going on using the same notepad and the upload of the resource to the lecturing interface. Our lecturing interface here, the same lecturing. I'm gonna use the online compiler, me myself. So here I'm gonna use. I'm gonna say form. First of all, ID. My ID form dot would be a PHP file. Mm, Deactivate the session. ID form, and it would be a PHP file over here. ID form. So my simple actually HTML content. Immediately I'm going to start my HTML body, my header. The title, I'm going to give a title also. Let's say form submission. Close the head to and start the body and close everything now. Okay, great. In between here, I'm going to design my interface. I'm going to design my form. So it's a simple form here. Simple. Let's say I'm going to say the action. I'm going to keep it to be the same page, and the method I'm going to use the post method. Later on, you may modify to get if you want, or put, or something like that. Let's use the post to make it more secure. I close my form. My input fields. Put type, let's say text. Let's respect the same design. Actually, I'm not gonna bring something new, so I'm gonna respect the same design. It's a drop-down menu. It's a drop-down menu, a button, and then after place text, let's say field text area to display the result. Okay, the drop-down menu, button, text area. So here I'm gonna change my options to be select. I'll give it a name. I'm gonna say major, and then close. I'm closing my select. In between here for the select, we need options. So option value. First one, as per the request here, as per the design, it is written clearly value command. It is written information systems in. I'm gonna write in between double quotations. Information systems. Okay, here I'm gonna write the same thing. If it to be displayed, information systems. I close my option. Up and here, what I did here, this is the value what the system will read, and this is what the system will display to the user out of the option. Okay, good. I'm gonna do the same thing here actually for another major. I'm gonna say computer science, for example. Science. Okay. I'm gonna say finance, for example, another major. For example, finance. Come on. Maybe accounting or something like that. Accounting. Okay, it's enough for now. It's enough for now. So we have 4 fields inside of this select. Now I'm gonna insert a button. Input type equal submit value here as per the request. Find major between double quotation and major. Good, I did it. Okay. After the form, I'm going to display a text area, a new text area. I'm going to say inside the form, inside the same form here, I'm going to create a text area that would actually display all what we are going to choose. The chosen value and submitted from this form will be displayed here inside of this text area. Also, I'm going to text area, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to say major details. I'm going to say details. Okay. Number of rows. I'm going to say rows. I'm going to say, for example, 10 rows. Columns. I'm going to say, for example, 100. And we will see the design. Okay, I'm going to save. I close. I'm going to save. I'll visualize. So to visualize you yourself, you go to the same here, the same lecturing, and you upload your file. Me, I have the direct link. I'm going to do it directly from here. Yeah, so we have the thing. We have our context. So this is the drop-down menu. So we find, and we have the major button. And after inside, this is the text area, but inside of it, we have something. This is because we did not close this text area. It is not a self-text closing tag, so I'm going to close it. Text area, closed. We added this closing tag for the text area. Let me refresh now. Yes, refresh, nothing is there. I can write, but we're not going to write. We're going to, whatever we choose from here, and major, it will be displayed here. The details will be displayed here. Actually, to make it 100% match what we have actually in the question diagram, let's say here. So I'm gonna make it respect the same format. Department, here it is. Then after major department, sorry, find major here, and then after majors, here it is. Let me do so. I'm going to say BR here. And I'm going to say BR here also. Great. So BR break is for new line. Okay, done. Let me save and test. Refresh. Yes, they are in a line each. Great. Once we choose whatever we want, find major, it has to be displayed now here. Okay. I'll stop the design here and I'll move to display the data here immediately. This is the text area. In between here, I'm going to say here whatever I'm going to display here. Text details, whatever, to demonstrate that we're going to type the thing here only. I'm going to save. Let me refresh. Text details. So very final. Instead of these text details, what we are going to choose from here, from the list, the department will be displayed here. To do so, Let's do it. I'm opening my PHP block. So here is my PHP block. And in between here, I'm going to say it's an if statement. Whatever it is being submitted from this, let's say, form, from this drop-down menu, would be received and displayed here. Let's say this is what we want to do. So if is set major, this is the name. This is what I'm going to do to test that the major has been submitted. Is set $_ post. Same spelling here, major. I close my parentheses. I'm going to say echo space $_ major post. Okay, great. Let me test now. Let me test. Here it is. What is in capital? Finance. I'm going to say information systems. Information systems. I'm going to say accounting. Accounting. It perfectly works. It perfectly works. I'm not going to use the if statement here. So this is the first solution. This is the first solution here using the if statement. This is the first solution using the if statement. But the second solution is using the switch case statement to display the output based on the received value. So instead of this if, when you switch $_ major curly brace, your case information systems. Eco, here let's say IS, comma web security. Break. Case. Computer science. Eco, let's say arts and science. Just to make the thing more important. So here, semicolon, sorry. Good. Break also. Third, finance. Yes, here actually case finance. Eco. Let's say finance. Semicolon. Semicolon here. The last one, which is the accountant. Eco accountant. Counting, yes, here, counting, yeah, here, okay. And then break here, also break, first of all. And also here. Wait, let me save now. Let me save. And let's test. I'm writing my systems. Okay, there is a problem here. Let me check why it is not displaying. The case is working very fine here in this case. I'll make it easy, actually. I'll make it easy just to display the post as it is. So simple. Switch case. Eco underscore post. Your major. Simple. Information system may defined. It has to be PHP, so under the PHP block. No more, no less. Yes, refresh information systems. If I change any, again, finance. Great. Let's pass task number 2. I need the question paper. Yes. Yeah. We are required to use the PHP to display simple, let's say, diagram using the arrows or the at symbol. But we have to use the for loop. We have to use the for loop. Okay. Escape character also. Great. Let's do that. I'm gonna create a new file. So here, ID, I'm gonna say arrows. Yes, ID تبع arrows.php. Here it is. So since he is asking us to print a special character, let's say special diagram using the for loop based on the use of the arrows, I'm going to refer to for loops, nested loops, and I'm going to give it a size, then display the thing, no more, no less. So PHP block, immediately I'm not going to refer to the HTML. PHP, here it is. I'm going to declare a for loop. there is no int, immediately I'm going to declare the variable I that equals 0. Then after the stopping condition, let it be, let's say, size 5, for example. And then after incrementation, plus. Great. Then the second loop, $J here, let's say, equals 0. And the stopping condition equal 5, or let's say less than 5, strict. Incrementation, $J plus. Great. Here in between, what I have to do is to display the line by line. We have to use the thing actually line because we will display the first line, then the second, then the third. First line fully, then second line fully, then third line fully. Thus, I'm going to use the curly braces here. Curly brace that starts here, and the curly brace that closes here. In between here, I'm going to write the arrow bus that the system is asking us, no more, no less. After finishing the first line, I'm going to write a new line. How to do so? Just a break, echo. Let's say here, in between double quotation, break. But this echo has to belong to this for. Thus, I'm going to start a curly brace here and close it here. Let's test now. And we see the result. Yeah, see here. Here it is right at the thing actually 5, size of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Let's make it as a triangle, means not 5, 5, 5. No, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. To do so, what to do is to modify only the for loop, only to modify the for loop. The counters only. This J here, it will not terminate, gets terminated at 5. It will get terminated to the I itself. We go from 0 to I. Let's see now the output. I save. Let's come back. I'm going to refresh only. I refresh. See the output. See the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. For Y, there is no 5 because it's strict less than. I'm going to modify to less than or equal, and we will see. Less than or equal to 0. To I, sorry. Less than or equal to I. Save. Let's refresh. Yes, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it works very fine. That's good. Let's build another, let's create another loop to display the vice versa triangle. This is from 1 to 5. Let's another triangle from 5 to 1, under of which the same file. I'm gonna copy paste this loop here, copy the full 2 loops here, copy, and down here, paste. Then I'm gonna modify it from what? From 5 greater than strict 0, and it's decrementation, minus. Same thing here, from 5 greater than or equal to I, and I minus j minus, sorry. Let's equal this at. Let's see now what will this loop do. Save. Just I'm gonna refresh. Yes, we have a second triangle. Still, it is not shown the way we like. It is not shown from 5 to 1. It is shown from 1 to 4, even not even 5. Let's see what to modify here. Starting from I here, starting from I, $I, and the greater than strict 0. Let's see now the modification will bring. Yes, it works very fine. So from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And since the question had asked us actually to use the escape sequence, I'm going to make another modification to this one to give spaces in between the odds, space in between. What I'm going to do here, see, so here I'm going to add the slash t, the backslash t, so small t, and the same thing here, backslash small t. This backslash, it will give actually a space, a tab space, a tab space. Test, save, let's test. Yes, there is a space in between the arrow buses now. We did it. Perfectly, we did it. That's good. Let's pass to the next question, which is asking us to do the same thing, but with numbers. It is asking us to do the same thing, but with numbers, using while loop and escape sequence also. The while loop. There is no specification, just to respect that. So let me just I'll start with the simple one. I'm going to say here, it's a new file. ID, then numbers, HP. I'm going to say 1 to 8 numbers. Yes, here's the one. I'm going to start it, open it. Okay, immediately I'm going to just load the PHP block. And in between here, using the while loop and escaping characters, just print numbers. He's saying that. Okay, I'm going to just immediately call the while loop. But what conditions we are going to use for this while loop here? We need actually a delimiter, means when I say something actually like $x less than strict 5. Here in between, equal $x. So you call it. Then $x, simple, minus minus. Let's test that. Documentation, because we start $x plus plus, sorry, then 5. But what is the value for this x? Not so far, nothing. And here equal $x. Let's test. Yes, here it is, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to start from 0 actually, not from 1 immediately. So I'm gonna make small modification. Before the declaration of the while, I'm gonna declare a variable called I. Okay, that starts from 0. I'm gonna use the same x actually. I'm gonna start the same x. That starts at 0. And in here, I'm gonna make it look like actually, let's just see first of all if it considers 0 or not. First of all, if we get the 0 in output or not. Yes, here it is. That's perfect. Then now let's have actually, let's say a triangle display, 0, then 0, 1, then 0, 1, 2, then 0, 1, 2, 3, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. To do so, using the while, he's saying, still only while. I'm going to declare another variable here in between. for the second loop, which is, let's say, $y. It is initialized at 0. Again, while inside the while, I'm gonna say I have to test actually the values. Yeah, okay, good. This is $J is less than or equal to $I. Have a curly brace. Yeah, here, okay. I'm gonna just give a space also, and I'm gonna give the top here, while sorry, and I equal X. Else, after this one here, here we don't have J plus plus. We have X, so we have J plus plus. Here we have the outside here, the X plus plus, $X plus plus. Okay, great. Let's see the result now. Did we reach the destination? No, it's not working even. There is a problem. There is a problematic view. So let's check XJ. There is no J actually. We do not have J. I have Y here. So I'm going to replace this Y by J. Yes, here. Save. Okay, let's test now. Let's refresh. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same. Okay, great. We wrote this one, and after we make there is no J as usual. No, there isn't J here. There is an X. There is no I'm gonna write the J here, not the X. And there is no I. It's an X. We have to make be careful. Let's refresh. Yes, here it is. 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are all in just one line. To do so, yes, just let me finish this one and I'll give you the chance to ask. To bring this one into a new line and this one into one line and so on. Just simple break after the first loop. The first loop gets terminated here. So here, I'm going to just equal a break. Simple BR. That's it here. After the first loop. And let's see the result now. Parse error, unexpected colon. Yes, it's semicolon here. Semicolon. Yep. Refresh. Yes, here it is. 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Yes, what is the question, please?
لو سمحت دكتور الرابط اللي نشيك فيه على الأوتبوت.
For this task?
Yes, this link.
Yeah, absolutely, right now. Give it to you, copy paste. Visit, it's shared with you in the live chat. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing actually, but for 2 loops here. I'm going to just do that for the second loop to do the thing in reversed mode, let's dig in. I'm gonna copy paste this loop. Paste. I'm gonna start the x from 5, the same variable here. The j starts from 0, okay. Let's say x greater than strict 0, and greater than or equal. I'm going to just greater than or equal. Simple. That's it. That's it. Let's just discuss. Let's just see the result now. Just waiting for the result. I'm refreshing the page. What's up? Seems to be an infinite loop. Let me check. Yeah, because here we don't have x plus plus, but you have x minus minus. Minus minus. So here, save. And let's test again. Here it is. Perfect. So from 1 to 5. And then after it comes back from 5, actually here it is doing the thing from 4. It's not to 5 only. Let's have a look. It's very fine like that. It is very fine like that, actually. I like the way even. But we can control why it is only 4. Through the merchandise, we got that. The initialization is a matter of initialization only. Let's pass to the next task. To print the ampersand symbol using the while and escape and sequence. The same thing, actually, we'll do the same process, but with the ampersand. New document. I'm going to say here commercial and let's say I'm going to say ampersand. PHP file. Okay, ampersand PHP file. I'm going to say here ampersand. Here it is. Let's just start the file and let's start our immediately straightforward PHP block. And then here, in here, we will answer the question, which is to display. Actually, I'm going to use the same code. I'm going to use the same code we solved for the task number 1. I'm going to modify the ampersand. Sorry, I'm going to modify the arrobas with the ampersand, no more no less. So here, instead of arrobas, it's an ampersand. Instead of arrobas, it's an ampersand. Let's dig in. Test. Yes, here it is. It is working very fine in a paramedical way. I'll stop at this level. I'll give you the recording. And until you have any questions, or unless you have any questions, you may ask, please.